Steve, I think today we learned that sometimes it's more difficult to play against 10 men than against 11.
Well, yeah, it shouldn't have been. We had more than enough of the ball and more than enough quality out there to make it count a lot more. But yeah, I think we played well up until that point, and then obviously scored 2 good goals. They got a goal which was a disappointing goal from our point. There was 2 or 3 things weren't done well enough. But you go in half time in a position where you really want to kick on. But you know what? If you don't kick on and they do defend the box well like they did, and you don't score again, you should still have more than enough to win the game. And that was the biggest disappointment, was that they're one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league at set players. They scored 55% of their goals last season from set players. We're totally aware of that, worked on it, but you've got to do it on the pitch on a Saturday, and unfortunately we weren't good enough in that respect. We give fouls away and give them chances to load the box, and that was the biggest disappointment. A, the fact that we didn't do enough with the ball second half, but B, that we knew where their strengths were and we couldn't deal with it.
We played some good stuff though in that first half hour. Typical Cedric to put us in the lead, and then typical Will Hatfield to put us 2-1 up again.
Yeah, as I say, we played well. We started the game well. I thought we were dominating with the ball, and as I say, their chances were coming from where we thought they would. But as I say, you get the second half, you have to be good enough to make that count. And I know there's been millions of times in football where it's hard to play against 10 men, but you just do everything right the other end, and you do get the 3 points. And unfortunately, we didn't. So I'm really disappointed in that aspect, and the fact that we didn't do enough with the ball. But looking at the situation, I heard some real doom and gloom coming in, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, really, really disappointing for the second half. But nobody's getting relegated today. Nobody's going to win the league today. Nobody's getting to the playoffs today. It's a really long, tough, grueling season. There'll be ups and downs. So I've got to look at it that way, and I've got to believe, and I know we've got enough to bounce back. But yeah, that hurts.
We brought in Ellis Stanton the other day to bolster the squad. What did you make of him today?
It was tough for him to come on because they were defending for their lives, and there wasn't a lot of space. All the space was in our half. We needed to move the ball a lot quicker. We needed to certainly needed to make use of the wide positions better. We had 44 crosses, I think. How many did we get on the end of, and how many were good enough? How many hit the front man? That was really disappointing. Again, this is the area where it counts. Pre-season's been good, really good in aspects, but this is where we need to see that quality when the league starts, and we weren't good enough in that department either today. But young Ellis done well. He's had some nice touches, managed to get a couple of shots off. I think he's another one where if teams do sit back and we're having a lot of possession, he's somebody that can pick the locks. He's got that quality. So, he's hopefully going to be an important player for us.
Alfreton next Saturday, and hopefully we'll have 1 or 2 of these missing lads back.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get Platty back in and around the squad next week. Obviously, Josh Scott will be back in and around it this week. And be available, and so yeah, definitely. But we probably know what we're going to get with Alfreton as well. It'll be a similar challenges to how we didn't win the game today, and we just have to deal with them better. It's as I say, it was unacceptable the way we dealt with balls in the box, and I'm under no illusions. Really disappointed, but there's loads to play for. So let's learn our lessons and move on.